Stephen A. Smith, yes, LeBron caught KD in the MVP race last night. Obviously, as I've talked about over the last 2 weeks, LeBron James has been on an angry mission to show the basketball world that the MVP race is not over. And I believe that LeBron pulled even with Kevin Durant in the first 4 minutes of last night's game with that awesome opening salvo. I basically thought the game was over after about 4 minutes. And Stephen A., as you well know, LeBron James scored the Heat's first 12 points, to correct Dwayne Wade, as we just saw, while Kevin Durant was committing 2 turnovers and not even getting up a single shot. And to me, with Russell Westbrook back in all of his chest-beating form, I thought that Kevin Durant shrank last night. I barely recognized the man who was such a dynamo over the last 6 weeks, dominating this league in ways I'm not sure I've ever seen a human dominate the NBA. So bottom line last night, LeBron makes 15 of 22 shots in just 33 minutes, and Kevin Durant makes 10 of 22 shots in 39 minutes, and I thought a number of his points came in basic garbage time in the second half. So, yes, I believe that now it will be a neck-and-neck MVP race over the last 7 weeks, which is a lot of time left. 7 weeks, 26 games left for the Heat and 26 for the Thunder, 29 for the Heat. Bottom line, I thought LeBron even put an exclamation point on his MVP performance last night by getting whacked across the nose on the drive past Ibaka and still being able to posterize him and basically posterizing the entire Thunder team with a 22-point wipeout win. Your floor. This is difficult.
You know, it is difficult because I don't think any fair-minded person is going to sit there and say LeBron caught KD in the race because KD's been doing what he's been doing all season. And if you had to vote today, I still think the vote for league MVP would go to KD. But LeBron was sensational last night. And Kevin Durant put forth what I believe to be the most disappointing performance of his career.
Really?
In my eyes.
Now that's strong.
Well, he's KD, and I don't consider him a star. I consider him a superstar. Yep. He's a superstar person and a superstar player. He's just great. But considering the moment, for LeBron to come out, it was clear, and that's why I appreciate Chris Bosh so much, because he just put there and lie like so many people would do and act like this was just another game. It wasn't. And Chris Bosh pointed it out. Look, it wasn't just about us. Of course, we're trying to win the game. But as it pertained to those two individuals, we all heard the noise. We knew. Yep. And LeBron knew. And LeBron came out and he was ready. That's why I appreciate D. Wade so much, because D. Wade echoed those sentiments. LeBron sensed the moment and embraced it and was like, really? This is what we're doing now? We forgot who I am? Let me remind y'all. Y'all better ask somebody. And I knew LeBron was going to do that. I just expected Durant to answer. And to me, I don't care about it. It was the most meaningless 28 points of Kevin Durant's career.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
It was just meaningless, okay? Yes, Russell Westbrook, you know, it might have been a wrong game for him to come back, which was what we speculated about early in the week, because you're going up against the Heat. Remember when I told you I was been hesitant about that? But at the same time, all I could look at Russell Westbrook and see is rust. That's all I saw. I still saw Russell Westbrook. I just saw a rusty Russell Westbrook.
So it was Rusty Westbrook.
It was Rusty Westbrook. But when I looked at Durant, that is not the player I have been watching.
I don't know that guy.
How do you go nearly the first 6? I don't care about how exceptional Miami's defense was, whether it's 2 or 3 people everywhere you go, Eric Spoelstra coming up with all of these schemes. I don't care. You're 6'11". You can pull up from 30, and you don't attempt a shot for nearly the first 6 minutes of the game. In the midst of LeBron scoring 12, it was like Kevin Durant said, whoa, let me step back and marvel at this. No, you are the person that was supposed to be combating this. And that was where listen, the team looked rusty. Russell Westbrook looked rusty. Scott Brooks was off his game because the adjustments that needed to be made to help KD out to some degree wasn't. And I profound respect for Scott Brooks, and I think he's a really good coach, and this is just an anomaly. But he didn't make the adjustments last night soon enough as far as I was concerned, and he contributed to some of the doldrums that had kicked in the demoralization that Miami forced with their defense and with the big three showing up the way that they did. Both Bosh and Wade, 24 points. Wade, 10 assists. I told you that boy was going to show up for a game like this. D-Wade showed up last night. But in the end, I knew all of that was possible, if not probable. What I anticipated and expected was for Kevin Durant to sit there and say, I told y'all it was a new day. Yeah. I'm not going to resort to who I was in that NBA Finals, even when I averaged 30 on better than 50% shooting, where there were moments where I disappeared. I'm not going to be that guy that's being deferential. I'm the man. This is my team, and we're going to have to flow with this. I expected to see that Durant last night,
especially in his house,
and I could not believe he basically stepped aside for King James.